Okay, then it's 2 minutes past 5 here in Sweden. And Miriam, can you confirm that my sound is okay? If your sound is okay.
Yes, it is. Sorry. The sound is okay and we can see you.
Yeah, you are also co-host. So whenever you see Jan-Erik coming in, you can make him co-host as well. I know that is coming.
But I have to go. I have the football meeting. So if we can make...
No problem. I will make Thomas. Thomas. We will make Fredrik. Fredrik, you will also be co-host. And also we can make the co-host as well.
I see that... what's happening here?
There we go. Now we have a couple of co-hosts, so I can focus on presenting, and then Jan-Erik will come in. David as well. Hold on, David. You can also be co-host. You can help with something. Make co-host. Okay, 3 minutes past 5 in Sweden. My name is Alex. We're going to present shortly the binary torrent concept. We have short history. We have now been active in binary torrent since, or at least me, I've been active since the beginning of June. And the actual system, the back office opened up, I think it was in the end of May. So we're still in pre-launch in this concept. We will probably be in pre-launch until the beginning of next year, because there are some elements in the concept that are still under development. But the most important parts of the concepts are already done a long time ago. So as I said, we started in Sweden, a couple of people. Now it's 4 or 5 months later. In the beginning, we built only in Sweden and Norway. It branched out to Eastern Europe. We had people in Serbia, Slovenia, Poland that started to build. I have a small team growing in Vietnam as well. But right now we have tested everything. Everything works absolutely fantastic when it comes to the system. So now we are ready to go fully global. So these days, the past week, actually, we were working hectically now to the African market and also to the Asian market. But let's go into the presentation. It's going to take about 20 minutes. Then Jan-Erik Nyman will talk more about the company itself. He is the founder of Binary Torrent. So let me share the screen with you. There we go. So Binary Torrent started this year, still in pre-launch, and I hope that you will see the same thing that many on this call already have seen. Binary Torrent combined with Made for Share and Lapland Minerals. It's a very special concept. They're absolutely first on the whole market to do what they have done, or that we are doing right now. So if you're in a new country, you're welcome. Disclaimer first. Success is not guaranteed, nor shall it ever be given to anyone. Binary Torrent LLC works under strict ethical, moral, and legal rules and regulations, clearly disclosed in our terms and conditions. Should you suspect any unlawful activity, you are obligated to report this to the respective authority. To view the terms and conditions, please visit our site at binarytorrent.com. Just scroll down all the way to the bottom. There you have terms and conditions. And that one is also very good for everyone to read, even the existing members. You will learn a lot from terms and conditions. First of all, look at the people behind Binary Torrent and Lapland Minerals. First, we have Jan-Erik Nyman. He is the founder of Binary Torrent. He lives here in Sweden, not far from my place here in Stockholm. He has more than 30 years experience in network marketing industry, but he's also a very tech-savvy man. So the last 10 years, he spent developing systems for other network marketing companies and traditional companies as well. A lot of blockchain solutions, cashback systems, so very deep into tech himself. Then we have Bo Jensen. He's the Vice President of Sales and Marketing in Binary Torrent. Also many years in network marketing, but more importantly, he has really solid experience from the financial market, the financial industry. He helps us a lot. He's actually traveling country to country now here in Europe to help us in our business. Then we have the other company, Lapland Minerals, and Ari Heimonen is the founder of Lapland Minerals. In fact, the whole idea behind the gold-backed token is coming from Ari Heimonen. He also has 30 years experience in network marketing, but I think more importantly, he also has real experience in mineral mining. So his family ran mineral mining years back. So he knows the positive sides and also the many negative sides, how mineral mining works. And then we have also Jyrki Rintanen, a traditional businessman. He's helping Ari in Lapland Minerals, and they're working now to implement more mineral claims in Lapland Minerals. So as you can see, many years, more than 120 years combined in network marketing, also in the crypto market, obviously a new market, finance, mining, international business. So they really know what they're doing. This is the general layout of how the whole concept is set up. So in the top left corner, there you have Binary Torrent. This is the network company. The network company that promotes other services and products to other companies. The Binary Torrent is set up in United States, in Delaware. They have an office here in Sweden, Stockholm, but also one office in Vietnam. And Lapland Minerals, this is the tokenization company. This is the mineral company. That company is set up in Panama. And Panama is today the only country in the world that has regulated tokenization of minerals. So that's the obvious choice to set up the company. And everything that Lapland Minerals are doing, all the paperwork, the amount of minerals is audited fully by a company called Stroms. This is a third-party audit company, international audit company, that has specialized on mining operations to just verify the amount of minerals in this type of mineral claims. And lastly, we have Made4Share. This is the company that provide all the customers in Binary Torrent with education and something that is called publishing agreements. And Made4Share, this is the reason why we are still in pre-launch, because the system itself, that's already completed. But the Made4Share platform is under development. So I will begin to talk shortly about Made4Share. Made4Share is going to be our own social media platform where we can have true freedom of speech. If we look at Facebook or Instagram, Twitter today, we do not have freedom of speech. If we have a political opinion that is different from the owners of these companies, they block us. That's not good. We don't want that. So on this platform, we can express our political opinions without fear of being blocked. Also, in addition, whatever we post on this platform, we will still own. So one good example is if you take your phone right now and take a picture of something and post it to Instagram, it means that you give your picture to Instagram. You will get a few likes maybe if it's a good picture, but Instagram makes money from your picture that you gave them. When we post on Made4Share, you will own your content and you can monetize, you can earn money from the posts that you do on this platform. But still under development, so I'm not gonna talk more about this one right now. let's go to Lapland Minerals. This is the most interesting part, I think, in the whole concept. Lapland Minerals today, they own a mineral mining claim in the northern parts of Finland. This is far north. It's basically winter all year round. And in this whole area, going from Sweden all the way into Finland, it's a very well-known area in regards to mining. On the Swedish border, we have Europe's largest gold mine, for example, and there are many other gold mines, silver mines, cobalt mines in this area. In the Nordic countries, we have this mentality that we should preserve nature. We should not over-exploit nature. And in this specific region where Lapland Minerals have their own mining claim, the ground is full of minerals. However, in the area lives the indigenous people of Finland. I can compare them with the Indians in the United States, you know, in the Wild West, or Aborigines in Australia. These are people living a bit outside society, the farm reindeer and so on. They do not want another gold mine because it's destroying the land, it's destroying the nature. But they wanted to find out a way how they can actually use the value inside the ground without destroying it. So what Lapland Minerals did was to look at all the documentation from the Geological Institute of Finland, because this government body has been test drilling in the area for more than 20 years. So all the documentation, all the amount of minerals are documented by this government subsidiary. And they use this documentation to tokenize in this case, the gold inside the ground. We don't really have to take it up because there are already companies that have tokenized gold before, but this is gold that has been dug up from the ground. They have refined it. They have sent it all the way across the world. They have locked it in a vault. They have 20 guards that's guarding the gold, and it's verified. And then they tokenized it. It's not going to move from there, but we don't know what happens. So instead, we skip all these steps, just look at the documentation and tokenize it in the ground. This idea, countries are thinking to do right now, but they have not gone so far yet. So here you can see the official Twitter account for the president in Central African Republic. They are in the planning stages to do exactly what Lapland Minerals have already done, because the Central African Republic is a very poor country in the middle of Africa, but they have a lot of minerals in the land. So what they are doing now, what they can do, test drill, measure the amount of minerals and tokenizing it, selling it to other countries. So they will actually do a crowd fund straight into their country. They will make a really good amount of money to their country, I believe. But they have not done it yet. They're just in the planning stages. So with all the 20 years documentation from the Geological Institute in Finland, Lapland Minerals sent this documentation to Stroms. This is the external audit company. And then they went through all the documentation and they have verified all the drilling data that there is an absolute minimum of 120 tons of gold inside the ground of this mining claim that Lapland Minerals have. So what they did then was to create a smart contract on one of the world's largest blockchain solutions, Binance Smart Chain. They issued, as you can see here, 1.2 billion LMGT, Lapland Mineral Gold Token. And because the papers say 120 tons of gold and they issue 1.2 billion tokens, it means now that each token is connected to 0.1 gram of gold inside the ground. And the genius idea, the top side on this is, let's say that someone wants to steal the gold, they can't. If you have gold on a token, it's gonna work exactly like a lot of people on the Zoom call right now. You have USDT in your crypto wallet that is backed by US dollar. One USDT is $1. Here is one LNGT is 0.1 gram of gold. What's happening to dollar today? They say they have inflation of 9.2%. I don't believe that. I think it's much more. They print, you know, in the last 3 years, they printed more than they have done in 100 years. So probably the inflation is much more. Gold tend to be very stable in times of inflation. In fact, sometimes in inflation, gold even tend to increase a little bit in price. If you look over the last 30 or 40 years, gold have in average increased by 4% per year. Dollar is going down every year. Swedish currency is going down every year. Every single currency is going down every year. So that's a big top side of having a gold-backed token that we can actually use, and with the verified real assets. This token is planned to launch on external trading platforms in the end of next year. But before that happens, we already today have internal trading of an internal token in Binary Torrent. It means that the users, the customers in Binary Torrent can actually already today sell tokens and buy tokens between each other. I'm going to explain a little bit more how that works at the end. So there are now 2 companies involved, or actually 3. We have Binary Torrent, we have Lapland Minerals, we have Made for Share. Whenever you buy a package in Binary Torrent, you actually buy access to Made for Share platform. So you don't buy the tokens, because the token, the value itself is already completed. But Lapland Minerals and Binary Torrent have one other idea. It's to create usability. And the only way we can create usability is to have a lot of holders, a lot of users of LMGT. It means that every time someone buy a package in Binary Torrent, you get access to Made for Share. Lapland Minerals are airdropping, they're giving you free tokens to all the customers in Binary Torrent. So if you buy, for example, the smallest package, white package, Lapland Minerals will send you 16 gold-backed tokens. This is 1.6 gram of gold in value. And if you look at today's market price, it's about 84 or 85 euro for 16 tokens. In the package, you will have 30 minutes of education. I think next month, Binary Torrent will start to send live education to all the members. It will be, of course, crypto education. It will be networking education, so you can have help to develop your business. Also, finance-related education. You can choose whatever education you want to spend your 30 minutes on. And in the package, you get 500 publishing rights. So the publishing rights, these are the actual points that you will spend whenever you post something when Made for Share is ready for us. So if you're going to post a picture, maybe you spend 1 point. So these points are connecting your identity to your post. And this way you can also monetize it. 50 euro for the smallest package. So as you can see, the value is much more than what you pay for, of course. Then if we look at the larger packages, you will have an exponential positive upside if you buy the larger packages. Look at the black one. Here you get 2,300 tokens for a value that's more than 12,000 euro. But from Binary Torrent side, you get 6 hours education, 50,000 publishing rights, but you pay only 5,000 euro. So massive value on the black package there. And these tokens that we get freely today from Lapland Minerals, these will soon start to decrease. So maybe next week or in a couple of weeks, you will not get 2,300 tokens when you buy the black package. Maybe you get 2,200 tokens and so on. So if you think it's a good idea to have a gold-backed token instead of a dollar-backed token, then you may consider to buying a package as soon as possible. The first time that you buy your first package, and this is also important to understand, there is an activation fee. So let's say that you start today and you buy the black package for 5,000 euro, then you actually pay 5,049 euro, the first package. You can buy several packages. You can buy several packages from day one. You can buy one package every week, every month if you want, but you only pay the activation fee the first time you buy your first package. And again, the token value that you see on the screen right now, this token value will of course change, because we don't know what the value will be in gold tomorrow, but we can see what gold has been doing in history, right? So I am a believer in gold. I assume that gold will continue to slowly increase in value, especially now in times of financial crisis. But we will have to see. At least it's stable compared to dollar or Swedish currency. So as soon as you have bought your package, or if you buy several packages, you can decide if you want, you can lock your package inside your back office. We call it a vault. So let's say that you have capital, you know that you don't need to touch your tokens for at least a year. Well, then lock them in the vault, because then you will get more tokens. If you lock it for 1 year, you will get 12% more tokens in that package. If you lock it for 2 years, you will get 18% more tokens each year. And if you lock them for the maximum time, that's 3 years, you will get 24% more tokens each year for 3 years. And that's compounded as well. So you basically double your tokens for doing nothing. But this is only for you if you know that you don't want to touch them for a year, 2 years, or 3 years. So then we are going into the active part. So it's everyone is welcome to Binary Torrent and receive tokens from Lapland Minerals. Some of you are passive, you just want maybe access to the social media platform and receive some tokens. But I know that a lot of you also wants to create some income at the same time. And then everything is built on network marketing when it comes to that one. So whenever you refer someone and they buy a package, or maybe they buy several packages, Binary Torrent will pay you 10% from that volume. And this bonus is paid instantly to your back office. So if you register someone today, you can get bonus today. And because Jan-Erik has such great technical capabilities combined with network marketing, he really understands the need that we have when we are building networks. So therefore, he built a fully automated withdraw system. So let's say that you have bonus in your account now. Whenever you want, you can place a withdraw and you will get paid in Bitcoin, Ethereum, or USDT. And you will have it in your private crypto wallet. In average, it takes 1 hour, 30 minutes. And you can make multiple withdrawals in a day if you want. You can do it in the middle of the night, because there is no employees sitting there and approving or denying your transactions. It's fully automated. So 10% direct sales, binary bonus. You build in 2 sales teams, left and right. Monday to Sunday, the system checks how much sales volume do you have in your smaller team. And you will start to receive 10% from all that volume each week. As soon as you start to rank up in the ranking system in Binary Torrent, each new ranking that you claim, you will also get 1% more in binary bonus. For example, once you reach diamond position, this is the 6th ranking in Binary Torrent, now you have 16% from all the sales volume in your smaller team each week. And when you reach Presidential Diamond, this is the top ranking in binary torrent, you have 20%. That's massive binary payout from every single sales that's happening inside your smaller team. So then we have matching bonus, and matching bonus you will start to receive once you hit the second ranking. It's called Director. You need only 10,000 CV in your smaller team to reach Director. And in what's really good in binary torrent is that normally in these type of systems, you need to qualify for a new ranking within a certain calendar month. But in binary torrent, you can count the volume from when you started. So let's say that you started 3 months ago, and all the way up until today, you can count all this volume to your ranking. This means that even the slow workers in your team will gradually continue to rank up. Maybe it takes we don't have the monthly requirement. So Director, now we have 10% of all your frontlines binary commission. So if you invite 5 people and 3 of them get a binary bonus today, you will get 10% of that. Diamond, here you have 5 levels of matching bonus. Obviously, there's a lot more people on the lower levels, so you will have a larger binary matching bonus. But what's really cool is that you can get all the way up to 9 levels in matching bonus. The only reason why they can pay us this much is because if you think about it, they are not creating a gold mine. They are tokenizing the value inside the ground based on the documentation. It means they can pay us more when we help them build a network. So if you reach Presidential Diamond, now we have 9 levels of matching bonus. So let's make an easy calculation. If you invite 2 people, maybe you have to invite 5 or 10, I don't know, but 2 people that can also build. If everyone brings 2 people for 9 levels, it means that you have more than 1,000 people in your organization. So if you have the highest ranking, excuse me, now you can have between 2.5% to 10% from every single bonus, from every single binary bonus that more than 1,000 people make every single day. That's really big. And if you add one number, let's say that you bring 3 people that also can bring 3 people and so on, then there is a completely different number. It's almost 30,000 people if you do this for 9 levels down. Obviously, duplication is hard to do, but we have a good system to do duplication. We have these webinars many times every week to help you with that. So imagine 30,000 people and you get 2.5 to 10% from every single commission down there. It's big. Rank advancement, each time you reach a new ranking in binary torrent, it starts on the 3rd ranking, executive. Here you get a one-time payment from binary torrent, 100 euro. When you reach this diamond, you will receive 5,000 euro. And this continues all the way to Presidential Diamond. You will get 50,000 euro. And again, everyone will continue to rank up if they continue to work. Fast or slow, doesn't matter. Lifestyle bonus, this is a bonus. This is actually the only bonus that has a monthly qualification. So let's assume that you are a diamond today. You became diamond last month. This month, you did not reach the next ranking, but you have the production as a diamond. Well, then you will get 500 euro extra. If you're a black diamond, you don't reach the next ranking, but you have the production as a black diamond. Well, then you get 1,500 euro extra, all the way up to 5,000 euro. So as you can see now, the system is itself, the the ranking system, the payments out, which is nitroglycerin in our industry. Everything is set up for you to build a really good business in binary torrent with us. Every single bonus when it comes to the network bonuses, they are paid out into 3 different wallets. You have the cash wallet, token wallet, and the trading wallet. And I will explain how that works. So let's assume that today you have a blue package. This is the 500 euro package. And let's say that you make 1,000 euro in network bonus today. 60% of the 1,000 euro go to your cash wallet. So 600 euro you can withdraw instantly in Bitcoin, Ethereum, or USDT. 20% is converted immediately to more gold-backed tokens for you. And the last 20% is placed as a buy order on the internal trading. So this means that each time someone earns a bonus in the network part of binary torrent, they're also buying tokens on the internal trading. It means that if someone in China has some tokens and wants to sell some of their tokens, everyone who is earning bonuses are buying. So actually the networkers are the liquidity providers all the way until Lapland Mineral launches their token on external exchanges. So it's a very smart system that they have set up. You can sell 10 tokens at a time, for example. So that's the presentation. I hope it was simple to understand. I know maybe it's a bit much information, but I think the concept is very simple to talk about. Even for this is actually the first concept that my mother understood. My mother has had maybe 40 different cryptocurrencies over the years, but she never understood network marketing. But this concept, she immediately understood why we were doing it, that we were tokenizing gold inside the ground. She thinks it's really, really genius to do this. So let's see if we have Miriam, are you here with us?
I'm here, Alex.
Hello, Fredrik. Yeah, Miriam had to log out. Can you maybe see if Jan-Erik is coming in soon here?
Yes,
Can
he is on board.
Oh, fantastic.
It's Binary Torrent LLC.
I see now his good haircut.
Yeah, there is no hair.
There is no hair. So welcome, Jan-Erik, founder of Binary Torrent. We are very pleased to have you on the call here today. So
well, thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you, Alex, for the nice introduction and presentation. I have been listening here. So that is good. Welcome, everyone. I can see we have people from all over the world. That is excellent. My name is Jan-Erik. I'm Swedish. If you did not know that, I have been in this MLM and industry now for over 30 years. About a year ago, actually 1 year and a month ago, my friend called me, Ari Heimonen from Finland, regarding gold. And like you've heard Alex talk about gold here and tokenization, it's fairly new concept, but it's very easy to actually understand. For me, it was very clear. Starting mining operation is extremely expensive, and it doesn't really make any sense if you look at the world today. There is no need for more gold. It's not like we need gold to survive. There is actually enough gold already in electronics, and they have made a lot of studies about recycled electronics, and the cost of recycling electronics to actually subtract and get the gold back and other minerals is actually less expensive than putting up a new gold mine operation. But what's more important in this world we live today, where we have a lot of uncertainty, inflation going up, we don't know what's going to happen to our money at all, is actually to have something that backs up what we in the old days used to call fiat currency backed by gold, or gold standard, that you might know was disbanded in the beginning of the 70s by the American president at that time. And if you have seen over the last few weeks, actually, a lot of central banks has been buying a lot of gold in the market, and there is clear indication to why that is actually happening, because the uncertainties just become more and more. And when Ari called me and we had this discussion, the second thing we talked about after figuring out that tokenization is the way to move forward is actually how do we market this? And like Alex was explaining here, why we can pay a lot of commissions is obviously because we don't have the mining operation cost, and the only way to get something, it doesn't matter what it is, if it's an online software or a brand of a perfume, or if it's even a food product, is to have consumers and end customers. And in our case, we want to spread the world in the best way that we see it, which is network marketing. Being in the industry for so long, it is not complicated to take it to other parts of the world if you have a system that you actually can duplicate, and also a reward system that makes it interesting for people to actually work with. And I have been in a few companies that have had and still has actually very good systems like that. Now, when it comes to the mining in itself and what we have today, as Alex explained, I'm going to share my screen. Let's see if I can do that. No, I can't, but someone can probably give me some rights. So I'm going to share my screen here. Yeah, I can see. In Sweden and Finland, Norway, everything is very open and transparent. This is actually a map of Finland. And this is a mining claims map from the Tukes, which is, well, it's the government page. And you see up here in the northern part of Finland, there is a lot of mining claims. Most of them are owned by three major companies. One fully owned Finnish company called Magnus Minerals. But the other one is actually a subsidiary to a Canadian listed company on the NASDAQ. They own and operate today the largest gold mine in Europe. It's up here. All the yellow dots you see is actually mining. This map is a little bit weird. You have to click exactly in the middle. But you can see here they have mined almost 70 tons of gold the last 10 years. So there is extremely mass amounts of gold in the ground up here. But since we're not mining, I obviously wanted to know what is the underlying things here. And that is exactly what the audit company has been studying. What are the underlying assets? And the only way to actually find that out is to drill and not to dig it up, but to actually drill and do research about the area. And this is not something we have done. This is something that actually the Finnish government has been doing over the past 35 years up in this region. Why there is no real things up here in this region is just like Alex explained, the indigenous people lives here. Their home city is called Enontekiö, which is the capital of the Samic people. And they are actually expanding into Norway and Sweden. So they actually live in 3 countries, even though they have different kind of cultures, depending if they're Finnish or Swedish. But when he did this and I made all the research, I realized this is just the beginning of something that's going to, I think, revolutionize the whole world. We now have a second agreement in place with a company based in another country and in another continent. Well, it's actually in the same continent we are now, that we haven't talked a lot about. And now at this time, we are actually negotiating with a company in the US. A lot of people obviously knows that is where the gold rush started back 150 plus years ago in California. And we are having real intimate conversations there And I think within a couple of months, we will be able to actually close that and share with you. And that is going to be undoubtedly no questions, because everything will be validated by the US government with all kinds of stamps and stuff. That is also the reason why we decided to put the company in the US. When it comes to the marketing branch of this, because a lot of people wonder and ask, why are you in the US? And are you actually in the US? And you can check that if you want to. Binary Tarrant. This is a certification page from the State Secretary of Delaware, which is the first state, if you didn't know, that you can check that Binary Tarrant is, it's a valid company, it's registered there. But the reason are twofold. First of all, we have nothing to hide. And if you don't have anything to hide, why hide? Why set up a company in Dubai or in Seychelles or in Cayman Islands? Well, they do that because they want to hide something. It's obvious. If you didn't know that, then I don't know how you think of the world, but that is how it works. We put ourselves there because we don't have anything to hide. The second is obviously because there is no tax in the state of Delaware. They don't have any sales tax, and they don't have any what's called foreign trading tax. So any business we operate outside of the US is not eligible for tax, even though we are tax registered in the US and are obligated to pay taxes when you meet certain thresholds in revenue wise in the United States of America. So that is the reason, and also the main reason why we are there. As Alex has explained, Lapland Mineral exists. The real token already exists. It's actually traded by, I don't know who, but there are 76 people holding the token. Among them, Alex and some other networkers, because we gave actually access to the real token. But the reality is that we are not allowing anyone in the network access to the real token, because if we were to do that, this would be legally very, very challenging, because then suddenly it would become a financial instrument. And that is why we are having an internal token on an internal exchange traded between members that really doesn't have any outside life. But when the day comes when Lapland Mineral decides to list this publicly, which is said to be in the end of next year, then you will get access to the real token. And the plan then, already now, is that we will come, or Lapland Minerals will actually come with additional tokens. Because one of the great things that I know from MLM and the experience I have from network marketing is that when you have a system that works and operates and people are getting paid and they're excited, they want to see this long term. They want to be able to market things long term. And when you have a stable organization that is growing and making money, you obviously want to have other things in the future to market. And that is something that we will make sure Lapland Mineral will provide for us. But there are going to be some exciting news when it comes to Lapland Minerals. If you did not know, they have actually launched their public sale of the token already. Lapland Minerals page has been updated. If you haven't been there, you can actually buy tokens, the real one, but not with any discount, meaning you are not going to get the deal that we have here within Binary Tarrant. So that is actually something that they announced as well a couple of months actually before Binary Tarrant started the pre-launch back in May of this year. I also wanted to address the importance, if you did not know, the importance of being a study of things. So the support, I'm going to go here, let me go here. This is not what you were supposed to see, but it doesn't really matter. There's not many tickets. The company is updated, or I did update the support pages today, and they also deployed a few new languages to the support. Even Japanese and French are now also live on there, even though most of you probably don't speak that. But it's good to know that this is here. If you have someone, I don't even know what it says here, but it doesn't really matter because I speak English. So what is also good is to actually go over these articles. A lot of people because we can see statistics here, have not even read these. What is money back guarantee? I mean, they haven't even read the terms about the company. And I know it's tedious to read terms. It is. But as leaders, especially as leaders, you should read them at least once to really get an understanding of how we have set everything up here. But this is good to know that this is also now live. So please take time to study those as well. We have launched, we will launch also German language on the front-end binary torrent website within the next couple of days as well. There's also updates that has been happening. If you haven't seen, you can search in the binary tree inside of the system. So if you go to your binary tree, you can just write the username, use small letter, not capitals, just small letters, and write the whole username of the person, and you will find him or her in your tree right away, because sometimes you want to go there and play someone maybe, or find out what they're up to. But there's a lot of things behind the scene happening. We are not every day on these calls because we simply doesn't have the time to do that or to be, but we are happy to be invited. I know you have an amazing team of leaders with you and also presenters, David, Miriam, Alex, and the rest of you. So I hope we will see all qualified managers in Stockholm on the 26th of November. Just make sure if you are a manager or a hire and want to participate that you actually send an email to support in relation to that. The reason, again, there is going to be a competition and a race with some go-karts indoors. So that's going to be fun. And we have obviously a leadership training. There's going to be a lot of very interesting inside information revealed. This is paid by the government, not the government, but by the company. But in the evening, we will have a dinner that is on your behalf or your cost, let's say it like that. So we're going to go out with information to everyone who actually tell the company that they are coming to this event. So I'm looking forward to seeing everyone there. I am right now in Stockholm, so I don't have to travel too far. With that, I'm going to give over the call again to Alex, and thank you for paying attention to what I have said.
Thank you, Jan-Erik. And before you go, I mean, we started in Sweden. I don't know if it was 4 or 5 months ago. Time flies when we work like this. But it was a small group of bald people in Sweden.
Yes.
But right now we actually have customers, let's say customers in a lot more countries. So I think you said some weeks ago that we have passed like 60 countries or something like that with customers.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah. So we do have.
It's exciting, of course. It is.
Yeah, exactly. So.
Yeah.
In some of the countries, especially here in Europe, we have active people working fervently to build their business. But we really do need help from all of you to expand now into Africa and also the Asian market, because it's completely blank area. You will be the first leaders in place. So I think it's important that if you like the concept, of course, take it super seriously and start to develop your teams right now, because in this rate, after 5 months again now, we will probably be in the 120 countries with triple or 5 times the volume that we have right now. So someone could be there before you, even though they don't live in your country, you know. So, yes.
No, it's been a tremendous momentum, Alex, and you know that because a lot of people have come into your own business. I think it exceeds 500 people now in a couple of weeks. So, and it's just a start. Yeah. So I was just on a call with a few hundred other people before I came on this call. So in another continent, but this is no, it's exciting. So, and we have just started. So,
yeah, exactly. So right now we have. I said this on the previous call. We had a call with people from India. We have number one. We have fantastic services and products that we can promote in Binary Torrent. Number two, we have this really good system, how to register, how to get paid out and pay in. Number three, we have the management. They're helping us like crazy. I know that Bo is traveling like a madman between countries here in the Nordic countries, but also in other parts of Europe. And number four, we now have the core team here that we will use now to expand to every country in the world. So I believe strongly, Bo, that during next year, we have the potential, if we do the right work, to be the fastest growing network marketing company during 2023. And that's a personal goal for me, to see this on the list and see a lot of names all over and rankings in every country that we have teams in. So let's see if we can unmute Bo here. I see that you're ready to say something.
Thank you. Thank you, Alex. Thank you for a wonderful presentation. And also thank you, Jan-Erik, to show people the maps over Finland. To those of you who are new on the call, I have never been into such an exciting project as we are into now. The sheer enthusiasm that we feel every day is beyond everything that I expected, everything that I thought. And I love when my dreams are too small. I'm not accused of being a small dreamer, but in this case, I didn't think that we would get this far so fast. And when I'm looking at what is going on these days, I see people coming in from all over the world, and I'm literally, I mean all over the world. So me and May, we were sitting down and talking about where would we like to go, who are we going to support, and as I said, you know, we don't have to choose. Let's Binary Torrent people choose for us. I am planning on going to Cyprus in a few days. I just have to get well again. I don't know if you can hear this, but my voice is actually not too good. I got a little bit of COVID, I think, in the upper part of my throat. But anyways, it's just wonderful to see all the, I mean, sometimes I get a little bit emotional actually, because you guys, you're really doing the footwork out there. And I want to mention people like Alex, of course, Miriam, Fredrik. Also, we have Mr. Per Melon in Dalarna. You guys, you are really rock and roll out there. And Katarina from Åland. I mean, it's amazing. And I'm blessed. I'm truly happy that I said yes to this opportunity. I'm building a new sort of an education thing that I think will be really good. And it's because of you that I'm doing this. Let me just give you an example. One of the members called me and said, you know, the problem is, and I said, well, let's just start with how you talk and how you think. Because we all learn that, you know, we don't have problems, we have obstacles and shit like that. Never mind. There are two things that you can say. And if you implement this into the way you speak every day, this will actually help you grow tremendously. This is I will give you this for free. Instead of saying the problem is, you say the situation is. Because in that moment, you turn the problem, which is negative, into a situation which is actually not, I mean, it doesn't carry any weight. The situation is, so the problem that this guy called me about was that, you know, down here, it's the end of the season. So the problem on Sunday is that a lot of people are working Sunday afternoon. And I said, well, if you change this to the problem is, and you change this from the problem is to the situation is that a lot of people is working. Now you see it's not a problem anymore. The situation is that a lot of people is working, but at the same time, a lot of people don't. So you get yourself to actually start to make the noise, make the sound, not as a problem, but as a situation. So you can also say, instead of the problem is, you can say that the relationship in this, or the circumstance. But if you try to put words that are without any meaning, sort of, they carry meaning, but they're not loaded words. Like a situation can be either good or bad. A relationship can be either good or bad. A circumstance is not something you have no control over. So the circumstance is that a lot of people is working on Sunday. Well, a lot of people don't. So you see, it's really important that you guys, you think about these things, because when I listen to you guys, I don't always listen to what you're saying, but how you're saying it, because in that lies so much more information. So I'm just happy to be around you guys. I don't see any problems. I don't see any obstacles. I see a lot of circumstance, a lot of situations, and a lot of relationships. But the thing is, we can get through this because we have all the knowledge that's needed. We got all the brain power that we need now to carry this on into the future. And man, what a future. I cannot even dream that big. I started with an Audi, now I'm on the Mercedes GT, and I can't even find a car that's expensive enough. I want us all to be a success. And this is what we want. We want to create more millionaires than any other company in the history of mankind. And I know we're set to do it. So the situation is that I'm going to give the word over to Alex. Thank you for having me on the call. I haven't been speaking to people the last couple of days, and I fucking love this. So thank you guys. I'm really happy to see all of you here. There is a higher power, and the higher power is on our side, no matter what. All it takes is to not be afraid, to face infinity without a fringe. That's what we are doing. So back to you, Alex. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Bo, Vice President of Sales and Marketing in Binary Torrent. And we now had a presentation, and we had Jan-Erik displaying the government side, so you can see the different mining claims and Lapland Minerals, what claim they own and so on. And I hope now that you understand why I took this choice as well to start in Binary Torrent. In fact, I'm going to tell you something that I have not told anyone before. When I met Jan-Erik the first time, we had a really heated argument because I want to protect my team. I really need to have something where I can, because when I start, I invest years into a project. So I want this project to be years of my life, right? This is what we need. So we had a heated argument all the way until he showed me what he showed you guys today. That was the selling point for me. Aha, okay, it was not information that you made up yourself. It was coming from the Geological Institute in Finland. Then it was done deal. And now we are here. So it's a really, really interesting 4 or 5 months that's been going on right now, but it will be more interesting now going forward. So I cannot decide for you. We have a lot of already members on the call. We have some new faces on the call as well. I cannot decide for you. No one can decide for you if you think this is good or bad, if you're gonna start or not. The only advice I can give you is, if you're gonna start, do it right away and learn after. Don't learn everything and then start. Then you will start in 10 years or never, possibly. So just get started and use all the people around you to learn more about the system. We have another call actually in another presentation. So if you're new right now, you can start now. You can invite people to the next presentation in 3 hours. That's in English as well. So you can actually start to build your best business today, if that is your wish. If you wish to wait 10 years, it's up to you. But I think it's better to build business today than in 10 years. So thank you everyone who participated. We value your time, of course, so we're gonna end this call now. and we will prepare and call some people for the next one in 3 hours. The same link, 9 p.m. Swedish time. You have the schedule in the Telegram chat. I think I'm gonna post that one actually before we close down. I have it here. I'm gonna post the schedule in the chat so you have it. We have different time zones, of course. So there you have the schedule for the week. And here you can see the different time zones for the next call in 3 hours from now. So with that one, thank you guys. See you soon. Have a great evening.